Okay, this is going to be a quick one, but I think this technique is super useful for a lot of things. And so I want to, let's take a look at here. This is the sort of like hoses and cables that you got on the kit, right? And as you can see, we have different attachments. We have also different shapes. Like this one is a little bit of a different shape than the circular one, but we have all these attachments, right, that we can use to build our custom sort of hose, right? And so the way we can do that is, and you can use this technique for hoses, cables, railings, pipes, like industrial pipes. You can use this same technique. And so I think that that applies to a lot of different things that you can use. And so what I'm going to do is first is I'm going to create a curve path. Let's make that a little bit bigger, right? And the way I'm going to think about this is that I'm going to use the path as my shape that I want my hose, in this case, to follow. So let's move that around. And I'm just going to pick a few attachments and hoses here that that I want to use for this, right? So I'm going to pick this one. Let's pick this one. Let's pick this hose here. And also let's do this one as well, and this one. So I got these 4 or 5 different assets, right? I'm gonna copy them. I'm just gonna rotate them on the sort of like the direction that I want them to. And the way I'm gonna think about this is that I'm thinking, okay, this one is gonna get array through the curves, right? But all these attachments are also going to get array through it. And so let's start with this one, which is going to be the body. I want to make sure that I apply transforms. So apply all transforms and right click, set origin to geometry. I'm gonna start with the actual hose here. Let's move these to the side a little bit here. Right. And I'm going to my modifiers. I'm gonna do an array. And this is going to be a combination of 2 different modifiers, an array and a curve. So these 2 over here. And just to visualize this a little bit, I'm going to go into edit mode on my curve. I'm going to move just to give it sort of like a different shape to this for now, just so we can see it. Okay. And on the array, right now I have 2. Let's add just a couple more just for visualizing. Let's just do 5. And on the curve, I'm going to pick the curve. Now, sometimes you're going to get something really crazy like this. And now we have to figure out what the deform axis is going to be. So let's try Y. That's not going to work. Z. And this is going to be sort of like a hit and miss here. Now this here seems like the right direction, but definitely not the right size here. And so sometimes we have to move things a little bit. Let's try all transforms. Maybe the curve is too big. No. And so I'm sort of scaling this a little bit. Well, actually quite a lot. Let's go back here because I want to try a couple different things. I'm going to go into edit mode. I'm going to click my edit mode preview here just so we can actually see what's happening. So this is one of those things where it's a little bit tricky with the curve here, but we don't want to do this. Let's go back again. I'm sort of scaling this just to kind of fit my shape here with whatever thickness I want, right? And so let's increase the array. And this is going in the wrong direction, so we'll go into the X. And then now we go into the right direction there. So this is my main hose here. And let's move this to the right a little bit. And so now I can't, I'm not gonna worry about this empty area, right? I just want to get it set it up first, and then we can worry about that. And so now let's see, I want to see this attachment here. I'm going to shift click the host, and I'm just gonna copy the modifiers to this. So Control L, copy modifiers. And now we can see that this is getting, oops, not that one. So sometimes it gets a little bit tricky with the curves here, and I'm sort of doing this a little bit dirty here, but I'm just going to place this like this. And so now I can actually play with the placement of this. Maybe I want this every section like this. Let's reduce this a little bit there, right? And so now we have that. Maybe we can lower it a little bit, just like that. Right? And then now we can go into the second one. So let's say for this one, for example, I'm gonna do the same thing. Control L, copy modifiers. Just gonna scale this a little bit. I'm gonna use a lot of these, so let's do 5 of these. Just gonna place it maybe here. Actually, let's do here. And for this one, let's add a lot more distance between these. Maybe let's do 3 of these instead of 5. Now we got that. 3. There we go. And now we can do the same thing for this one. So maybe I want the attachment of this here at the end. Something like that. And I'm just gonna do 2 of these. And this one, we're gonna bring it back. So. And so now you can see that, let's bring this lower just a little bit. Now, you know, if I grab these, right, I can do some really cool shapes if I want to, right? We're gonna have to do something else here. And this one, you know, this particular piece here, I'm gonna use it to attach it to whatever it is, like to a building or something like that. So this is sort of like a like a connecting piece, maybe to a building or something like that. And so this way you can really, and you could do many different variations of this, what I just did, with all these different pieces that you have in order to create something kind of cool. But to simplify things, something that you can do is, let's get rid of this here. I'm gonna grab everything here. I'm just gonna click lastly the curve, and I'm gonna parent everything to the curve. So Control P, set parent to object. And so now I just need to worry about moving the curve. I don't need to worry about grabbing all these different pieces. And now I can really just concentrate on making whatever shape of the object that of the curve that I want, right? So I can extrude more. And so if I need more, I can just go to the object and just increase the amount in the array, right? And that way I can apply it to whatever it is that I'm trying to apply. So again, you know, you could use this technique for many different things, like pipes and curves and hoses and railings and even details throughout a piece. but this is a really easy way to do it. All right. I hope that helps, and I'll see you guys in the next one.